DeCoke from Heather DeCoke Floral Design. I'm going to talk a minute about carnations. I am very passionate about the carnation. It's like, look at these colors. Does it not speak for itself? It's gorgeous. They come in all kinds of colors. They last forever. And quite often, we hear here in the shop, oh, don't put carnations in it. And honestly, I don't get it because they can be spectacular. So this is not your grandmother's carnations with a dozen and baby's breath. This is going to be a really updated model of using carnations. We have here a cube container. I put a little bit of purple foam in just to complement these, but we're going to do a little trick. So you may not even see this foam because I got a little something up my sleeve for that. I'm using these 25 gorgeous carnations, and that's really all there is to this design, but you just wait, it's going to be spectacular. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to take this carnation and we are going to be putting them in here. However, instead of throwing away this beautiful stem, we're actually just going to go right ahead and cut them and put them in to your design. All right, you don't want to waste those. So look, if you do that a whole bunch of times, you're going to have a gorgeous design of color and something really unique and trendy. Just keep cutting, and I'm going to do a couple at a time here. Leave yourself enough of a neck to put your carnations in after. And the reason I put the foam in, right, you could fill them right up, do a big ball there of carnations if you wanted to. But I put the foam in so we don't have to use as much as the carnation stems. It gives us a little opportunity to do a little bit cutting, a little less carpal tunnel syndrome, and makes the design that much quicker, and you don't lose anything from the design by having something in the middle to make it a little bit easier. So we'll just keep going on that. Carnations are also known as a dianthus. They are coming out all the time with different colors of carnations. But the problem we're having right now is because florists aren't necessarily buying them because the consumer doesn't want them and the florist doesn't want them in their cooler. If the consumer doesn't want them, is they're starting to pull carnations out of the ground. And what happens then is the price on them go up. And what a shame that is. You don't need to have really expensive flowers all the time to make something look gorgeous. It's all about using your imagination and maybe a little bit of design technique, and away you go. Here in the shop, I like to put carnations in almost anything. I won't put them in if the client says please don't, but you know what? 9 times out of 10, I'm usually trying to convince the customer to try them. Even in bridal bouquets, oh man, alive, in bridal bouquets, it's beautiful. It's like the burgundies and the green and the purple. Like, then they have the Florigine moon carnations now, which are those gorgeous shades of purple, almost iridescent. Couple more, but look how gorgeous that's looking. And I usually do it into about 1-inch strips. I don't make them too much bigger than that, and I try to keep them all pretty much the same size. I even use the leaves in there. You can put these sunk right into water. Great for an event, like a wedding centerpiece. If you're trying to do something really fun for your wedding, this is the perfect design for you, especially if you're on a budget. I love the color of carnations stems. They're just such a, they got little bits of, you know, a bit of yellow in there, that gorgeous dark green, a little bit of lime green on at the knees. A couple more, and I think we've got quite enough. And then we can go ahead and just quickly build this, which won't take very long. So if you did want to do this for a wedding centerpiece, you and a bunch of your friends should get together and just have a stem cutting party. Away you go. I've done these for events myself before. It's not the first time I've done this little technique. I always get great compliments on it. I usually do this if I'm bringing a little something to someone's house, especially if I know my friends don't like carnations. I have one friend who thinks they're dated, and she always asks me never to put carns in her stuff. But one day I was going over to her house and I put them in and did this technique, and now she's a carnation loving fiend. Again, you just got to show them that you can do wonderful things. Cut, cut, cut. All right, so we're just going to take these, put it in. Looks like we have lots and lots in there. I'll shove them down here. We just don't want to see any of that purple. And the reason I used the purple is just in case a little bit of that foam showed through. I didn't want to use a dark green. I wanted it to be nice. There we go, because sometimes it will show through a little bit. We're going to put some on top afterwards. Just leave a little room there to poke your carnations in, because now all you have to do once you've done that is take your carnations, and we're going to do a little pavéing technique. So you can just stick it right down into that foam, and we're going to make it all even. Can you imagine this in a gorgeous, huge container? Oh my gosh, just salivating thinking about it. See, and it's all pre-cut for you, so now all you need to do is literally stick them in there, right down into that foam, and add some water afterwards. But I'm going to turn it so I can see. There we go. I'll put some in this corner. Look at that. How can anybody dispute the carnation now? It can't be done. Sorry, but it cannot. There will be no logical explanation for that. And then we'll just, one more here. Oh, this guy poked out, poke him back in. And 25, I'm just gonna give it a look over, because I kind of want it to be a round shape. There we go. Done. Done and done. So easy. You could do this for a wedding centerpiece. You could have a big one done with name cards on it and have different tables. Possibilities are endless. Just go ahead and have fun. Hope you learned something. Thanks.